A question that asks you to evaluate is asking you to present your opinion, an opinion that must be backed up by evidence, your opinion about the cause or the consequence or the change or the continuity. Presented with a whole bunch of ideas, you're required to basically rank those ideas. What contributed more to whatever the question is asking you about? So in this case, evaluate the causes of World War I is asking you to consider all the possible causes and evaluate whether those things contributed, or perhaps to rank them. Something is the most important, something is the least important, and so on. So again, using the same 3 ideas that we've been using in previous videos, let me show you what evaluate might look like. Again, this is my opinion based on evidence, but it's by no means what every historian would agree with. So to start with, imperialism. We've talked about how imperialism increased tension and the fact that there are rivalries. However, a lot of the imperialism that we're discussing is external to Europe. So there you could question whether that makes it particularly relevant. And while it may have increased tension between the different countries, Britain and France particularly on one side and Germany on the other, imperialism itself does not lead to those countries getting involved, so Britain and France, for instance, or Germany, getting involved in the events of July and August of 1914. Now, Austro-Hungarian imperialism is a cause of the assassination because it had made Serbian nationals so dismayed, wanting to express their dissatisfaction with the idea. So making Serbian nationals angry. So I would suggest then that imperialism could perhaps be seen as a long-term issue because Austro-Hungarian imperialism is nothing new. And I would also see it as a minor issue because imperialism does not directly contribute to all of the events that snowball into what we call World War I. It helps make it helps to cause the assassination, but it's not the direct cause itself, in my opinion. Secondly, we have the alliances, or the alliance system. In my way of thinking, this is a significant cause because of how it affects issues in July and August. For instance, Austria-Hungary may not have been as aggressive with Serbia if it hadn't been for Germany's agreeing to back them as aggressive without German assistance. And Serbia may have capitulated if it hadn't been for Russian assistance, without knowing that Russia would come to their aid. And of course, without Russia's alliance with France, without Britain's promise to support Belgium and alliance with France, the alliances what makes what could have been a relatively small upset in the Balkans. Remember, there had been a couple of upsets in the Balkans already. These alliances are what make this small issue, not downplaying the assassination, but this relatively small issue into a world war. Because all of these other countries get brought in because of the alliances. Who aren't initially involved in the argument at all. There's no reason why Britain should have got involved in an argument between Austria-Hungary and Serbia. So I see alliances as both a long-term and short-term issue, because they have existed for a long time, and they're also brought into play in the moment in July and August of 1914. And I see this as a significant cause, especially of the escalation into the World War. Thirdly, the assassination. I see the assassination as the most significant of these causes. It provides, or gives Austria-Hungary the opportunity to make demands of Serbia, which, when rejected, gives them what appears to be a right or the opportunity to declare war. When those demands are rejected, this then leads to the war itself happening. So I see the assassination as the most significant cause of a military endeavour actually beginning. So it's the cause for a war starting, the most significant cause, I think, for a war starting. And then when you add in the alliances, that's what brings it into being a world war rather than anything smaller. So evaluation means doing this bit here, suggesting not just that the assassination occurred, that alliances happened and that the imperialism existed, but suggesting that imperialism is a minor issue, alliances are a very significant issue, and the assassination is the most significant cause, and providing all of the evidence to back that up. This is an evaluation.